Welcome back to the channel. In this, the third shower video in the bathroom remodel series, we're going to be cutting into the subfloor in order to relocate the drain up to the front for the linear drain. And then we'll be adding support blocking around the perimeter to reinstall the subfloor, and also support for the linear drain. And then at the end we'll be installing the shower base itself. As you can see here, I've preset my saw blade on my circular saw to 3/4 of an inch, which is the thickness of the subfloor, so that when I cut through the subfloor, I will not be cutting into the I-beams, the joists. So this is what I discovered when I cut into the subfloor. I could tell there was something irregular going on, the way the subfloor was attached. They had to box in this area here. Normally the joists are running side to side, but as you could tell, the drain would have been right in square in the middle of that joist, so they had to box it in. So in order to, this area here I had to cut out, of course, to move the drain. This area I have to cut out because I'm going to have to put support in for the drain channel. The new drain channel is 3/4 of an inch lower than the bottom of the base. The bottom of the base sits on the subfloor when that's all patched back in, but the drain channel is 3/4 of an inch lower, so that sits on top of the joist. But I had to cut these areas out in order to put some joist hangers in and support the drain channel, and then also support the edges of the subfloor when I put it back in. And the layout for the P-trap and the drain are a little funky. Comes down, comes back, and then U-turn back to the drain. They had to do that because they didn't have enough room with their P-trap to come this way and 90 it over. There wasn't enough room, and then also they not enough room to 45 it and angle it over. But what I'm going to do, since I have more room, my drain's going to be over in here, so I'm going to angle it 45 degrees with the P-trap, angle in 45 degrees, and then 45 it back over here under the drain line. Okay, did a little more work relocating the drain. The old location for the drain was back here. Moved it up front to the center of the drain channel. It's going to be on the new base. The subfloor will not be replaced in that area of the drain channel, as the drain channel is actually molded 3/4 of an inch lower than the rest of the base. So subfloor is 3/4 of an inch, and that'll all be flush when the drain channel sits in that hole. It has to be supported though, that's why I'm putting in blocking. This block piece here will support half the subfloor that I'll be putting in there and half underneath the drain channel. And I'll be doing the same thing around the rest of the perimeter, in the middle and on the left side. Okay, I got the subfloor all patched up. I put in some blocking around the perimeter of the hole that I had to cut to move the drain from the back to the front. You'll also notice that I put blocking in and along the seams of the drain channel and in between to support the drain channel. That section of the base sits down lower, sits down right on your I-beams or joists, and the rest of the base fits directly on your subfloor. Okay, after I got the base installed, and before I install the backer board, the GoBoard, I realized I needed to add a 2x4. The gap between the corner and the closest stud was over 20 inches, and so I think the GoBoard maximum distance between studs is 16 inches. So I had to support the water line. What I did was I just attached a couple of stakes to the stud on the left and secured them with zip ties so I could remove the stringers that were there and hold it in place while I put in this additional 2x4. So now I'll get some new stringers installed between the new stud and the existing one to the left, and reattach the water lines to the new stringers. So here is our completed shower base installation. We had to modify the installation due to the configuration of the I-joists in our floor. For proper installation, we recommend that you follow the instructions supplied by your shower base manufacturer. The manufacturer of our shower base has detailed instructions on their website, along with an excellent installation video outlining the procedure. Printed instructions were also sent in the shipment of our shower base. As I mentioned previously, here's a picture of the extra 2x4s that I had to install in order to give support for the shower doors to be installed later. And a picture of that extra 2x4 stud that I had to install due to that gap between the corner and that existing stud being too wide. So I got that 2x4 installed and got new stringers installed to secure the shower head and the shower valve. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would. In the next shower video in this bathroom remodel series, we'll be leveling out the walls in preparation of installing the GoBoard backer board.